This is ME1, and ME just stands for mix effect. So this is what's called a video bus, and essentially I'm able to select, so let me start with ME2 because it's set up right here. This is my preview on the left. Of course I don't have any things to select. I have P1 and P2, so let me just pull up something on P2 so you can see it. There you go. So I have P1, I can preview it, and P2, I can preview that. And then I can take it, this is actually going out. So I've got a preview bus, and a program bus for each ME. And ME stands for mix/effects. So what that means is I can mix these two signals. So if I want to mix them, I can do a dissolve. That is what the mix does. If I want to do an effect, I can take it and I can do like a DVE key, like what we do with graphics. I don't have graphics installed right now, but when that graphic, we take that box and we crop it and we move it down here. That is an effect. So this bus allows us to do mixes and effects on a single bus. So we have 4 keyers that allow us to overlay stuff on top of whatever's on that program bus. And then a DVE is called a digital video effect. That's where cropping, scaling, anything like that happens, is in a DVE key. On this switcher, we have a 2 ME switcher, which means I have 1 ME right here and another ME right here. So if you take this and duplicate it, essentially that's what you have right here. So each ME has 4 keyers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It has a mixer on it, same thing up here, mixer. And then and then it can do auto transitions, which are set to wipes, dissolves right now. If I can cut like this, you'll notice that when I cut, it just switches whatever was in my preview comes to program, and whatever was on program goes to preview. And that is really the basics of it. So when we're cutting on the stream, like let's say we are in worship, I have this re-entry point, which is ME2. So this is ME1 up here, this is ME2 down here. So I can select that, and that means that everything that's going out on ME1, which is our master, which is right here, master is set to program bus. This is my program. Program is set to P1. So if I select something over here, program is set to camera 4. Master is set to program, which means it's getting this. So that means as I make changes, this changes as well. During the message, I can cut camera separately up here than I do down here. So that's what we're doing is I'm selecting camera 1 here and I'm selecting camera 3 up here. We've got my jib shot down here. I've got my close shot on program. Either of these buses can be reassigned, and the way we do that is we use this select bus button. So if I hit select bus, I can select ME2 down here. Oops, wrong button. I can select ME1. So now these two match, and I can actually, what you'll see is if I make a change, it changes on both. I can come up here and I can select ME2, so you can reverse, you can do whatever you want. But this is the select bus for this is the select bus for this. So typically we have it set up as ME1 and ME2, just like that. The reason why the select bus is important is that the center screen is actually what is known as an ME light. So it's not a full mix effects bus, it is a light bus, but it is under here. If I do select bus, I can select ME light 1. And now I'm cutting the center screen. So if I want to take that to copy what's going out to master, I can do that. Or I can take it to a camera. And you see center is now receiving camera 4. But typically it's done like that. This line right here is our macro line. And so I have this set up to show the names of these macros. So what's happening when I take, let's say, throw box, let's say if I have my center over on camera 1. When I hit throw box, I'm setting my center screen and I'm bringing in this key. So if I hit throw box, you'll see that this just switched to graphics 1 and this key came on. So that's what the macros are doing. They're doing multiple things at the same time. The reason why the macros are so important for the center screen is because typically I only have ME1 up here, so I'm not having to change things on the center screen. But if I go and I select ME light 1, and I go to message graphic, you'll see this is now going to switch to graphics 2. If I go to throw box, it'll switch back to graphics 1. Next graphic. You see how that's changing up there? And then, yeah, so then these are re-entry points, so I can go select ME1. I can re-entry what the output of ME2 is, or program, that's here. And then that allows me to send that out. So all these outputs come over here to our router. And you'll see that I've got ME1 master and then ME2 program as output 1 and output 3. The other two are the preview buses that do get sent out as well. So this is actually sent into that router, but we don't need it. So, so now you're like, okay, what's ME1 master is this bus, right? And it's set to program. So the whole loop, let's say we had camera. We're coming into camera 1. We're going out to the program bus. That program bus, ME2, is being re-entered into ME1. That ME1 is going out, hitting the router right here, ME1 master. Then, if I look at the FS4 input, it's getting that master input. And then if I look at the Makito, it's getting the FS4 output. So all the way from camera 1 to ME1 out to the router. The router then sends it to the FS4 has the audio, and that goes to our embedder.